when you're sitting down and doing one job for 2 hours, you can lose perspective. But if you get up and walk around the block, come back to it, you see it again. Same way with art. You just want to get a fresh lens on it. And I've had a week away from this, which is nice. So before the tail curled away, because I wanted to make kind of a cool S shape. Instead of the S shape, I want to have it maybe grabbing the apple more tightly. And then I can add a little drop shadow right here, which might add some more depth. The other thing that was looking a little weird to me when I flipped it is this section. Okay, so this head is a little thicker. I'm looking at my snake reference here, so, or the neck. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit thicker. Maybe that's why it's looking a little bit odd. Okay, that already feels better. Now I'm gonna make a little shadow. So now I'm getting to where I'm gonna decide where my light's coming from. So I want my light to come from this way. These are some just kind of fantasy art, some Hearthstone stuff. Got some snake photography going on. Just basically enough to create a little vibe. We just want a vibe going. Okay, it's getting pretty snaky in here. I'm feeling the power of the snake. Okay, this metal would just be a mid-tone. And then the upper face of it would be brighter. This light's coming here. No, maybe this would be darker. And then this side would catch light both ways. Okay, and then this would be a mid-tone. Sometimes it helps to talk it out. I'm just going to darken it for now, and then I'll add indications of little strings later. We're kind of making it look like it's been wrapped like a samurai sword blade thing. Okay. There's that. Okay, that definitely made it look a lot cooler because what it does is it pops the snake out. I want the snake to be really bright and everything else to be dark generally. And in fact, I'm gonna make this whole apple just darker. We're talking about value real quick while I paint this. So on this end is darker value. And then over here is a lighter value. So when you make a gradient map, what you're doing is you're telling Photoshop to say, make this value, doesn't matter what color it is, it's only looking at the how dark or how light it is. You're saying, take this value and make it teal. And then you're saying, make this color a brighter teal, and etc., just over and over. And you say, I want this white. Anything that's really, really bright, I want it to be orange. It'll take this little bar and it assigns colors to each one. So here's what the menu looks like. If I go in and I do gradient map, okay, it's applying it to everything right now. So what I want to do is clip it to just the layer I'm working on. So this looks like trash right now, but look what's happened here to our value bar. This is the important part. So our dark value here has been made this bright yellow, which is here. And you can see as it gets brighter, it's assigning it to this dark color. So I'll turn it on and off. You can see it's assigning those colors automatically. For gradients, a really cool thing that you can do is you can give it lots of colors. And with one click, I can just quickly assign all of these. So for instance, this gradient map, you can see it's taking the black and gray of my drawing, and you can see the black and gray down here, and it's actually assigning it color values. And that's pretty freaking cool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to paint the whole sword black and gray, And then I'm going to go in and slap one of these on to get the painting started. Oh my God. Yes, this is the good shit. Morbid Ordeal bringing it. Okay. Let's go down to these 1 star. Okay, 2%. 2%. Casey says, not worth the money. It was for my son, and he said there wasn't one decent card in the whole thing. Not one decent person in the whole world. Very disappointed. He didn't say it to be ungrateful. Okay, okay. I asked him how it was worth value. Well, that value is given, and it's earned. It's both. He's 8. He's honest. this Morbid Ordeal. He's 8. He's honest. He's 8 years. I want to see that like in court. They're like, and now we've proven to the jury that this 8-year-old murdered these 27 people using a form of mustard gas he found online. And then the defense lawyer gets up and he's like, my name's Casey and he's 8. He's honest. He said he didn't do it. He didn't do it. It's okay. He didn't do it. The edges of the snake where the scales are really small, it looks like it's just flat, like it's a flat edge. The parts where it's curved, I am seeing a little bit more of the bumpiness. I think that's because it's getting so like stretched apart. You get that rather than they're compact. So I'm going to look for these curved edges. I'm going to bump them out like that and just kind of draw them as a little reminder. And the material that I'm painting this to be is sort of a gold. And you know what? I'm just gonna paint right on that same layer. I'm just gonna paint kind of the base reds and everything in here, and I'll worry about getting the little highlights and all that stuff later. Yeah, this has been a learning experience for sure. It's like my first painting had some dimensionality, and this one is like full on dimension practice. It's like, do you want three-dimensional in and out shapes? Do you want shapes that have, they're like little bubbles on top of one another? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just do it all. No worries. It's actually not that bad. I'm being dramatic. Yeah, there's just certain like face or sound things you have to do. Like if you're playing a video game, if you want to turn fast or sideways, you have to put your tongue in your lips or or bite. Makes you turn faster. It's been about 2 hours of painting. I'm feeling like this is great progress for this. If you want to see what we've painted today, check this out. So this is what I started with today. And then boom, all of that. Yeah, if I alternate them like this, one is on the line and then one is between the lines, I think it should be okay. It's a little different than what I drew, but that'll be fine. Dude, those MacBook Pros stick around for a long time if you take care of them. So this is my baby. Gosh, I have so much good stuff. My friends, Snake Company. This is Nick Baxter. Emery, great band. Saber Magazine, one of my friends runs that. Fueled by Ramen, great label. I went to Moab, Utah. Very fun. Your friend makes snakes. He He used to breed them, and they're worth a lot because of like their patterns can be different rarities. It gets to be pretty wild. I've got Just Okay. Whoops, everything's backwards. Bear with me. Just Okay Co is awesome. Bell's makes my favorite ale. I think this is a moleskin. Hey, Drave, welcome. And then on the back, I have my friend was making a game where you're a dog and you skateboard. Alchemy, I made pins through them. Yeah, but they gave me a great sticker. My boss made this for me. We would draw these and send them to each other when we were cranky about clients, and this is one that I drew that made her laugh a ton apparently, and she ended up getting it printed. But that laptop I got in 2014, and I didn't stop using it until the beginning of this year. So that thing was like a handful of years old. And a huge catalyst for me actually getting a nice computer. I mean, I probably could have a little earlier, but I wanted to be responsible when I got it. And a huge reason was I couldn't stream on that one. That laptop would sound like a fucking fighter jet. As soon as I attempted to stream, I tried streaming at like 360p at 23 frames a second, like nothing at all. Yeah, it would freak out even at that low thing. Gosh, when I cut the YouTube video of me painting this, it's gonna look so easy. It won't be me scratching my head on how to paint snake scales. It'll just be all the good parts of me not messing it up. Gonna add in little shadows around the divot, or I don't even know what these rivets. Rivets. Going to add in divots around the rivets to imply that these are sunken into the material. So this apple, I'm looking at this briefly here, and a couple of things I'm noting before I start painting is that I think the shadows on it are a little incorrect. When you're painting and getting started, it's just good to get color and value thrown in. Like, just get something started, because then you can modify that and fix it. But this, upon further inspection, I have a few problem areas. Well, not problems, but they're just incorrect, I think. So here I have my light source note. The light is coming down this way. Let's turn that smoothing down. I said it like 3%, 5%. So my light's coming from this way, and I'm noticing something. So here I have a glare of an apple, but that wouldn't be there. It would be up here, if anything else. Zap. Okay, here's my light bulb. If I have an object here, a cube, and the light's coming down this way, same thing as in our painting. The light's coming down this way, and it's pretty close. This shape is going to be super exaggerated. It's going to be like really wide. Something like that. Now, if I took this same shape and maybe here, we'll make just a copy of this. So if I grab the same shape and let's say it's even farther away. Okay, yes, stop beeping at me. We have another shape here. Okay, so same block, now it's farther away. The light is going to be more diffused. So there's a shadow. Now, look over here on the right side of the screen in my thumbnail. See how that is, even though this is the wrong color and it's really strong, see how it already feels a little better? Makes a little more sense. The light's coming down this way. So we are just going to, I'm going to hit undo like 50 times so I can get rid of these. Okay, here we can erase it like this. Okay. Let's get the references back in. So that's one thing I'm looking at is the shadows on this. And I also feel like it's a little orange, and I want to be really specific in my my lighting so that I can because I want this to look very gold. I want the snake to look really, really golden and special. So the more I can make this apple look a deeper red than a orangish red, I think that's going to make the snake stand out more. So it'll just be some back and forth here. Just trying to make it look not just plain gray. So I'm introducing these purples and these pinks in there. And that is just so I'm not getting lost in all of it. This will be darker. Hour and a half in, we're so close. We're so close to victory here. Okay, I'm noticing this apple has little specks on it, so let's see if I have a little... Yeah, I have a small splat brush. Shout out to Dave Greco. Does streams. He does great YouTube videos. Art's awesome. Yep, great stuff. And his videos on starting streaming definitely helped me out when I was getting going, because I was terrified to start streaming because, oh my gosh, what if people don't like me? Oh no. And now I'm like, whatever. They probably will not like me. It is okay. I'm having fun. Cool. Okay, I'm going to give this apple a nice crisp illustrated outline because it seems to be the style of the rest of my drawing, painting thing. We started from this. It's come a long way, and when I had it like this, I knew that the snake would be really be kind of nerve-wracking for me to paint because I knew I wanted to do scales. And now in retrospect, after having painted this for so long, I mean, this is like a 15, 16 hour painting. Now I'm really glad that I took the time to do it. But yeah, here we did that, and then we drew it better. Then we gave it some value. And then we used gradient maps to color each section. And then we did some painting just to get the grid of the snake scales in. Shout out to H North and Ann Lynn for helping me with that. And then we have another painting layer on top of that. So this is a session or 3. Look how much the apple improved. Look at this. So much better. I'm so glad I went in and did that again. It looked like a weird orange before. I don't even know. Whoops. Gosh, I cannot. I'm losing my ability to draw lines. That's when I know it's about quitting time. We're almost done. Almost done. Yeah, I think it's just important to have these edges be really defined.